And on Hyundai Motors, of course, after they came out with their results. And speaking of South Korea, let's head on to Seoul. Yoon joins us with the movers today. Yoon?
Hi, Susan. Korean markets are lower this morning. The Kospi is down 0.25%, and the Kosdaq is up by 0.25% this morning. We are seeing weakness, though, for the auto names today after it posted their second quarter earnings below market expectations yesterday. But first, let's check in on the Korean won. It is now even weaker against the dollar at 1,162 won per dollar. It is at a 3-year low against the U.S. dollar. Again, this is also being added on by the fact that we are seeing continued sustained selling by foreign investors, and this is putting downward pressure on the won as well. Also, going back to Hyundai Motors, it is down 0.33%, and Kia Motors is down by more than 1% at the open. Their operating profit was down 16%. This was pretty much in line with local market consensus, but the local market consensus had been downgraded, lowered by analysts a couple of times on weakness in the sales in the Chinese markets. So again, this wasn't that good of a number that when they reported yesterday. But again, this was it was offset a bit by the fact that they will be paying their first ever interim dividend. And this was decided at the board of directors meeting yesterday. Also, let's take a look at LG Display and how it's opening up. It is opening down 1.5% at the open. Their numbers were good, though. Operating profit was almost triple what it was in the same time last year. But overall, we are seeing a concern in terms of outlook, given that we are seeing a continued drop in panel prices, which is LG Display's biggest revenue source. Also, let's take a look at the sectors this morning. Overall, we are seeing a weakness for the major sectors like the builders and also the brokerage names and the steel makers. But we are seeing some gains for the sectors that are more domestic demand focused, like telecoms and also the insurance names. But again, we are seeing weakness across the board for the blue chips and the builders and the steel makers at the open. Susan, back to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Yoon in Seoul. Now let's check in on the headwind we got from New York last night. Wall Street declining for a third straight day, being hurt by